Good morning, John White here. I'm reading from my own book, Body Language Secrets. Here's one of the secrets you need to know right now. People form 90% of their opinion about you in the first 90 seconds. First impressions are forever. Communication is 60% nonverbal and 40% verbal. Of the verbal portion, only 10% is accomplished by the words themselves. The other 30% is done by how the words are spoken, the inflection, and your tone of voice. Nonverbal communication is achieved by eye contact, posture, gesture, position relative to the listener, and the attire of the speaker. But that's not the most significant. The most significant fact, nonverbal signals have 5 times more impact than the verbal signals. Okay? That's kind of hard to believe, isn't it? And it's true. A little background about evolution. We human beings are only 250,000 years old. Before that, we were what's called pre-humans. About 6 million years ago, pre-humans came along, separated from the great ape line. And about 3 million years ago, the first bipedal pre-human was able to walk on its feet out on the savanna of Africa. And those people got along. They were able to defend themselves, have babies, have a family, have a tribe, and they couldn't speak a word. Human beings didn't come along for about another 3 million years, 250,000 years ago. And we look about like we look now. And then about 40,000 years ago, boom, we had this little change in our brain, change in our throat, change in a very specific gene that enabled us to speak 40,000 years ago. It kind of coincides with the cave paintings that you've all probably seen in high school or college. That's when we were able to talk. Some guy said, "Oh, I think there should be a water buffalo up there." No, it should be over here. No, I don't know what they were talking about when they were painting those cave paintings. People still think it's a mystery. I don't know what it is, and I don't really care. I just like to look at them. Wonder what those people were like. Wonder if they had success in business and life. They probably did if they were good hunters and good warriors, because somebody was always trying to kill them and take their money and their food, their women and their children to make them slaves. So body language secrets is the first thing you need to know about being judged by other people. Everybody judges you. You judge everybody when you look at them. 90 seconds is all you get to make that first impression. That's why we dress for success. Clothes make the man. In this book, I explain how to dress for success in a traditional company, a business casual company, or a casual company, and how to behave, how to dress on weekends at those places, and what to wear on Casual Friday. Warning, Casual Fridays are a trap for new employees. They want to see if you get it. How you're dressed on the first Casual Friday, and how you're dressed on your first overtime day on Saturday, and how you dress on holidays lets them know if you understand what the unwritten rules of that company are. That's a lot of office politics before we started. Every morning when you walk through that office door, it's showtime. Every day, in every office, in every city of the land, the play is presented from 8 to 5. It's called Let's Pretend We're Important. Pound the keyboard, push paper, attend meetings, text and talk on the phone, go to lunch. That's all anyone really does. Seems like everyone's attire should be whatever's comfortable, right? Sweatshirts, jeans, sneakers. Why does top management wear $7,000 suits, $1,800 shoes, $500 shirts, and $300 ties, and $20,000 watches? That one's at $98. For the very same reason, queens, generals, and popes wear those non-functional elaborate outfits to show everybody who's in charge. If you want to be in charge, you have to dress like the men in charge. That's simple. You can't go to the interview dressed like the CEO. if you're trying to get a job as a lowly editor or parts lister or whatever your first job is going to be, accountant's assistant, accounts payable. I don't know what you're going to get out of college, but you have to look like somebody they want to hire. Let's talk about that. The job interview. Blue suit, white shirt, blue tie, black cap-toed shoes that lace up, black over-the-calf socks, and a watch, a dress watch. This is a casual watch with a leather band. A dress watch is all metal, all shiny. That's why you dress for the interview. Blue means I'm sincere. Blue means I'm no threat to anybody in here. Okay? Everybody's scared you're going to take their job, including the boss that interviews you. Okay, now let me see what you look like. Now, the next thing you need to do is walk. You got to walk in the door. You got to walk over to the man's desk and shake his hand, look in his eye. And the first 12 words out of your mouth is what are you going to judge you? The first 12 words out of your mouth. Hi, I'm John White. I'm here to interview for the job as tech writer. Yes, sir? Okay, stand up until he sits down. If he didn't stand up when you walk in, just stand up until he goes like that. That's just office etiquette for everybody. You have to look assertive and you have to be assertive. You can't be a threat, but you have to look like you're not going to back down from anybody, not in a belligerent way, but you're just confident and relaxed. This book, Assertiveness Training, combined with Body Language Secrets, teaches you how to look, sit, talk, and lean forward. Not like that idiot Cheryl, can't remember her name, wrote the book to women. She was born with a silver spoon in her ear and her mouth and her nose, and she's telling secretaries, all you have to do is lean in the meetings and contribute to the meetings, and you'll be a success. What absolute horseshit. Good God. That's just taking advantage of people. Sheryl Sandberg, yeah. Chief Operating Officer of Facebook, the designer of their business model that got them into so much trouble selling all our information to the Russians, the Republicans, giving it to Obama, not selling it to Obama, giving it to Obama. Oh, we're here to help you communicate with your friends all around the world. Yeah, we're here to advertise and use all your information to advertise the right product to you. Anyway, she said, lean in. Okay, you lean in at appropriate moments. Appropriate moments is when you want to be understood and heard. And he says to you, why do you think you'd be a good employee here? Well, sir, I've always worked for engineering companies, and I've been a tech writer at 3 other companies, and I really understand the business. I was in the Army. I know what tech manuals are. I know how to write them. I know how to communicate with soldiers. That's why I'm a good employee. Okay, that's how you do it. Those are all from my real life, okay? Then we get to the killer book, Office Politics, What They Will Never Tell You. A warning about office politics books. Office politics books are as common as sand on the beach. You go on Amazon, there's probably 50 to 100 books there on office politics. Not a one of them, except mine, was written by anybody who actually had a job. Most of them are written by PhDs who go out into the world and ask people questions about office politics. And they write it down, and they put it in a book, and they tell you that's how it goes. The most embarrassing one probably is Swim with the Sharks by Harry McKay. A guy's a born salesman. He sells envelopes by the billions of dollars worth. And he writes a book, How to Succeed in Business. Basically, he's hustling the concept of win-win, be a team member, which means you'll never get any power in my company. I'm going to keep it all to myself. All right, enough knocking the competition. I don't need to knock the competition. They don't know anything. Okay. They've never had jobs. The books written by women on office politics are the most embarrassing ones. These people were failures in the corporate world. They were all English majors, so now they go out and write a book about office politics. They don't have any idea. They read all the other books on office politics. They put a little different spin on it and put it out there. If the guy hasn't done what he's writing about, don't believe a word he says, okay? Let me see if Buddha's quote's in here. I think it is right on the first page. You're familiar with the Buddha, right? Here's Buddha's quote. This is on the first page of Office Politics, the chapter, Why Office Politics. Believe nothing, no matter where you read it or who said it, no matter if I have said it, unless it agrees with your own reason and your own common sense. Buddha, okay? He's telling all the people that listen to him, don't believe it unless it agrees with your reason and your common sense. And I'm saying the same thing. When you read books on how to, what to, when to, decide for yourself. Does it make sense? Okay? I'm going to be making a lot of sense in these little short videos during my time at successinbusinesslife.com before you get to come to one of my workshops and meet me in person. All you're going to have are these videos, what I write in the blogs, what I write in my newsletter, what I write in the Facebook and my Twitter. Believe what you want to believe. In therapy, we tell people about self-help books, take what you want and leave the rest. There's a lot of good ideas in self-help books. They're just filled with filler, though. Now, there's a brilliant sentence, filled with filler. I wonder who said that. God, that's stupid. They're filled with words, topics that don't have anything to do with what they're trying to sell, and they're usually copied from each other. This is one of the only self-help books on the planet. This one and the other book I used, which I was dumb enough to lend somebody and I never got it back, Between Parent and Child. This one is a self-help book that actually helps. The fastest way for you to get where you're going is to learn everything in this book and practice it. I want you to practice on people that can't do you any damage. That means don't practice on your boss or any of your coworkers, your parents, your wife, your friends. Don't practice on people that can harm you. Practice on people that work at the gas station or your mechanic or your tailor. You don't practice assertiveness training on people that can harm you. Why? Because in the beginning, you're going to screw up, okay? Just like when you're learning to ride a bicycle, you're going to crash and burn. So you don't want to crash and burn with people that can fire you or divorce you or kick you out of their lives forever. You want to practice on people that can't hurt you, okay? Because you're going to screw up. Now, a lot of people don't like to hear that. They think, I'm going to read this book, and tomorrow I'm going to be instantly assertive. No. Usually all of us are too passive in our lives to begin with. So when we learn the skills in this book, we tend to overcorrect. You know, your car slides to the left and you turn to the right and it slides too far to the right and you overcorrect. That's what you're going to learn. You're going to bang into that wall, bang into this wall, bang on it, and gradually you're going to come back to the middle and keep going. But you're going to bounce off the balls. That's the way we learn anything, how to walk. You fell down 1 billion times when you learn how to walk. So you're going to fall down when you learn how to be assertive. Okay? You probably can't fall down with body language, but I suppose you could. Let me give you a little tip about body language. I'm going to say in here several times, it takes three gestures that mean about the same thing before you can assume that person's lying or that person's telling the truth. Whatever you're trying to decide. 3 truth-telling gestures, 3 lying gestures, he's probably lying. Or he's telling the truth, 3 in a row. So that's how you can make a mistake. Most people read this book, they look at the pictures, and they decide, oh, he's a liar. Or she's interested in me. Or she's not interested in me. Just by one gesture. No, you need 3. It's called a cluster. You don't really care about that. That's just crap we learn in psychotherapy training. Well, I'm not even going to bother showing you a picture. The point is that any skill you're learning, you're going to screw up. So screw up with people that can't hurt you. Body language, I don't think you can do too much damage with that. The way you dress, you can't screw up too much with that unless you overdress. If you outdress your boss, always and forever wrong. You look at your boss during the interview and you decide, try to see if his jacket's hanging on the clothes tree by the door. And if it's a casual company, I can't help you much. Just look at him and kind of emulate him on your first day. Okay, that's all for this first little video. John White is out. Look for us on Twitter, SIBAL_John White. Sybil, Success in Business and Life, _John White at Twitter. And my Facebook is Success in Business and Life at Facebook. You know the website. And now you're going to be able to watch this video on YouTube, or we might be able to get it stuck on the website. Until I talk to you again, John White is out. Enjoy the day. I'm going to enjoy the day. I live in Southern California. The Dodgers are playing and the Angels are playing. What can a guy ask for more except if the Raiders and the Rams are playing? I'll see you when I see you. Bye.